evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what is the final wrap-up here at Willinga Park. And I thought I'd get our very special guest. She's driven all the way down from Newcastle to be here. Raymond Terraced, in fact. Hazel Shannon, welcome to the panel. Hazel, and great to have you back as well, Parbs.
Good to be here, mate.
Yeah, me too. It's the first time I've been here for the dressage. I'm not riding, I'm just watching, but it's beautiful. It's nice to see the arena in use.
Hazel, you are one of our team members here at Willinga Park. Of course, you have the beautiful Willinga Park Clifford, and now new to the team, Cooley SRS, and two amazing horses. How are they going?
They're both going well. I don't know Cooley SRS very well yet. I've only been riding him for a couple of weeks. He's just come to Australia. Clifford I know very well. I've been riding him for the last 6 or 7 years, and they're both going well. I'm really excited to have two such great horses. And
tell us the difference in having a new horse like Cooley. Is that his nickname? Is that what we're rolling with, or did we have another nickname for him?
He's known as Aero. Terry calls him Cooley, so
somewhere,
either or.
Somewhere in there. You brought Clifford all the way through. To get a new horse, do you feel the pressure with this, getting a horse off Oliver Townsend, who's such a tough rider, or do you just take it in your stride and it's business as usual?
I try not to think about that too much, but
thanks for bringing it up, Tim.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. It's difficult. It's going to be very different. I've never done anything like this, and I have a really good partnership with Clifford, and he knows me well. I know him, so there's so much I can learn from this experience. And Oliver has trained him very well, and he's a very nice horse. So hopefully, I can start to figure out how to push the right buttons, and it's a great opportunity. Yeah.
Now, Clifford, we've got a pretty exciting plan for him. Where are we off to? What's happening?
We're off to America to do the 5-star at Kentucky. We leave in April, the 1st, and so we're in, the final details being planned at the moment, but I'm very excited.
Parbs, you've done so many miles yourself with horses. Kentucky, a great place to go because you don't get caught up in all the European hype, but you get that really good international exposure.
Yeah, I mean, I based in Kentucky for Tryon last year, so I flew from Australia straight to Kentucky, or through Chicago, and it's a good spot. I loved Kentucky. I really enjoyed it. So, I mean, I'm going to help Hazel with her planning, and how, the first stage is get them on the truck sound and get them to Melbourne, and then fly from Melbourne through to Chicago. And then there's a few days quarantine, and then there's a 6 to 8 hour truck ride from Chicago down to Lexington. And then Lexington is horse heaven because it's such a big thoroughbred industry around there, so biggest in the world. So you've got great fets, great farriers, and yeah, you're surrounded by a lot of experts. So I'll be there with her.
Hazel, best of luck. We can't wait to see it. Thanks for coming down. Enjoy the time. Now, they tell me you're staying at the brand new Willinga Park Interludes accommodation tonight, and you've got the spa suite. I don't know who you know, but enjoy your time down here, and thanks for being part of it.
It's going to be good. Thanks for having me.
Brett, of course, earlier today we had an amazing experience. A friend of ours here at Willinga Park, another person that Terry has helped, he's helped so many of us here, is a lady by the name of Sue Ellen. Sue Ellen had a dream to ride Grand Prix, and today that dream came true, and we were there with the cameras to capture this very special moment.
Well, my name is Sue Ellen Lovett, and I'm from Dubbo, Central West New South Wales. Visually impaired, you can be short-sighted. I'm totally blind, hence there is no sight at all. Well, my beautiful horse is called Desiderata. His name is Latin for desire, and my desire to compete and do dressage, I thought it was just the most perfect name for him. He's 15-year-old. He is trained up to Grand Prix, and we are so honoured to be here at Willinga Park at Dressage by the Sea. It is just such a blast and such an honour. For me to do a dressage test, seeing I am totally blind, I have to rely on another sense, which is my hearing, and also the fact that hopefully Desi and I can pull it together with the movements. So when I ride, I have about 7 things on my checklist that I have to do just to ride a dressage test, and I can honestly tell you it is brain overload. There's a lot of things to be thinking about. So as I ride into the arena, it's totally black, and up the other end I hear this beautiful voice, and it's Jack going, C, 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 and the letters are called every stride, and I ride to every stride, and then you'll hear numerous letters as I'm coming up towards C. There's X coming up, so X will start calling, so I've got to start preparing. Prepare, half halt, and halt. There's a lot happening all the time. Brain overload, but I love it. A lot of training went into getting Desi to do all these things he does with me, being totally blind. I had a wonderful gentleman in Dubbo called Scott Smith who does natural horsemanship, and he helped me train Desi to, you know, take me from A to B. A lot of it was done with doing something and reward. And the other thing he does, when I wash him, I just ground tie Desi out from the tack shed, and I drop him and I just bathe him. And everybody who comes thinks they need to help me by hold the horse, hold the horse. Desi's happy standing there by himself, and you know, we've got a very cool relationship. Desi doesn't have quirks or perks. He's just magical. He's kind. He's got a personality, but he has absolutely not a vice in the world. And he's, for a horse to take a blind chick around a dressage arena safely, and I come out the other side smiling and then with tears, and the tears are never from sadness, they're from absolute sheer joy, because I never know whether I can do it. You know, the opportunity will come again that I can ride another dressage test. It's very, for me, it's very emotional.
Sue Ellen, when you get down here next to Jackie, I'm going to get you to halt. You're at almost at R. Where are you? You're at Willinga Park. How cool was that, hey? How cool was that?
Absolutely amazing. Terry Snow, thank you, and Jeanette for making my dream come true, because without the support of Terry and family, the Snow Foundation, Willinga Park, this blind chick wouldn't be doing what she's doing. From the bottom of my heart, you rock it, and thank you. Wonderful lady, thank you for believing in a blind chick. Thank you for making dreams come true, and thank you for allowing me to come and train down at your beautiful establishment. I am so very grateful, and the team would like to present a bunch of flowers for you that were grown here locally by the beautiful Linda. And from the bottom of my heart, I never thought this day would come true. And I'm sorry for the tears, but that's just me, and they're not tears. I'm not sad, I'm happy.
What an amazing rider, to think that she does that without any vision. And those callers, as you can hear them there calling those letters, it's inspirational.
Yeah, it's very powerful, Tim. I mean, I always get inspired by watching Sue Ellen.
And, you know, all of that raw emotion's what we love. And again, huge thank you to Terry and Jeanette and the Snow Foundation that have been supporting Sue Ellen for a number of years. And we wish her the best of luck as she moves through her career, and who knows what's ahead for her. Well, earlier on today we kicked off the competition with our CDIY class, and it was so lovely to see Tanisha Ryan in Quizzical, a PB. She had a couple of judges give her that 70 percentile mark, Brett, and great to see that come through, and a 69.358 to give her a PB.
Yeah, look, I mean, Tim, it's everyone knows where they're at when they come to a show, and to get a personal best and go home as the last competition on a personal best, I mean, what more can you ask for?
And then Lindsay, where she said yesterday she was confident coming into the final here. She's absolutely blitzed them. This horse looked the part, got over the 70 percentile mark, well and truly a PB for her as well.
Yeah, and look, Aristida, another, well, we spoke about it last night. We spoke about how Lindsay will take confidence from this horse. Again, a great result.
We moved on then to the CDIJ, the junior competition. There was PBs coming thick and fast there today, all of the riders doing well, but this young rider here, Jazzy French, she is a real force. She's only 12 years old, Parbs. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I mean, gorgeous girl, but also mentored by her mother. I mean, her mother, Nancy French, was an Australian representative rider. So Jazzy following in her mother's footsteps, and her mother very cleverly sort of, you know, guiding her through her career.
Now, Florence, the music that she rode to today was in fact music that her mum used many, many years ago. So there's that little bit of a sentimental and that family tie there. She did an excellent job, riding well beyond her years, and showed our junior riders what we should be aspiring to go towards.
Yeah, and I mean, I hope there's junior riders out there that see that and they want to be here next year. That, you know, you've got 2 years. Oh, sorry, you've got a year to prepare yourself to be back here next year for the two shows back to back.
I said it last night, I'll say it again tonight. The under 25 division, I think we should see more of it. I'd love to see it in eventing, I'd love to see it in show jumping and even in the show horse, to give those riders that aren't maybe quite ready for open competition to get there. And it was great to see Rosanna Rolton turn it around today. PB for her, she had a couple of judges giving her those 70 percentiles and just shy of it. And this horse she's brought all the way through, and great to see.
Yeah, I spoke to Ro after the test. She was thrilled. Her horse had gave her as much energy as he could give, and after 2 weeks for a horse like that, that's a big effort.
It was wonderful to see Gemma Heron here today. She came down just for this weekend. She hasn't done the back-to-back idea. She was at Canberra Royal last weekend, but this horse here, it is just another sensational horse. Second time only doing a freestyle test. Yeah,
I mean, Mephisto, he's a beautiful horse. And spoke to her father last night. He's absolutely thrilled with the way this is all going. And when a father watches his daughter as proud as Mr. Heron was watching last night, I mean, he's
and deservedly so. And down in the Otto Arena today, we had our young horse champions, and it was lovely to see Robbie McKinnon take out the 4-year-old competition on that lovely horse that she had, the black horse. Your horse taking out the 5-year-old, Rogers Family Trust, with the big chestnut horse taking out this 6-year-old, and great to see those horses all improving on their scores. If you compare scores to last week to this week, they've all gone up.
Yeah, and I mean, great quality. I mean, the scores were all above the 8, and when you look at that, I mean, judged by world's best judges, so the quality was high. And we had a little joke in the marshalling yard for the presentations that let's get out of Melbourne now and try and repeat the same result. So it'd be nice if we can get the 4, 5, 6-year-olds in Melbourne as well.
Dressage Jumping with the Stars coming up later this month, middle of this month, around the 23rd. It'll be a great event. Hey, I picked it last night. Boy, oh boy, was I proud watching Geeta today on Sandset. I don't know why I was proud, I was just excited for her. Cracked the 70 percentile mark. It looked like a real deal pair.
Oh, they are. Like we said, Geeta is a very experienced competitor. The horse is great. It just takes everything to go right, and they are very competitive. And when she put the 70 up today, I was thinking, Tim's on the money. He's only been in this game 5 minutes, and he's picked it.
Well, earlier this week we caught up with her. She's one of our stars here at Willinga Park, so let's go meet her.
I'm Geeta Donvig from Victoria, and this is Sandset. It's the family pet. He took my mother, Mary, to the London Olympics and then the World Championships in France after that, and he's a very special part of our family. He's 18, years young, I will say, after yesterday's trot up. He's feeling pretty sprightly and fit. I enjoy riding Sandset. Every day that I get to ride him is a privilege. He's the old professor that teaches me a lot of lessons. Well, I think like most riders, I dream of going to the Olympics one day and representing my country. But at the moment, I just want to focus on bringing my younger horses through so that Sandset can get some paddock time.
Hey, it's live TV, but we can turn things around quickly, Brett Parbury, because look who is sitting with us now. Mary Warren, welcome to the panel. And we only talk to the winners and their grinners. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
What a day you have had, young lady.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise, but...
Well, we're going to get to that in a minute. I'm going to ask you firstly, though, we're going to review the CDN competition today. It was a great class once again. The competitors were fierce. And Paula Price, she's been knocking on the door all week long, the Queenslander, and her and her daughter have just been a pleasure to have here at Willinga. It's so nice to see her push out a score there, well over 65%.
They were the first ones in. Monday morning they were here, and to see them here at the last day and doing well. Paula is a very experienced competitor, and to see her do well here, I was so happy for her.
I have to admit, Susan Elakesi, we played old music of hers. I don't know how it happened. We played the other music last week. Look, it's day 8, it happens. But what a trooper. She said to me, as I counted down the centre line, I thought, yeah, that's not really my music. But she just kept soldiering on.
Yeah, that's Susie to a T. You know, just don't hold that ship back, it's going. You know, and goes in there, improvises, wins the class.
Well, the judges actually commented afterwards, because I told them, they said, oh yeah, we thought she must have got a bit lost a few times, but what a trooper, what an absolute trooper.
Yeah.
It built up to what was going to be an epic battle here today. We weren't disappointed. The freestyle, what a class, and it was tough from day dot. You know, you had early competitors come out and they were cracking the 70 percentile mark. Mary, you must have been feeling the pressure in the practice arena.
No, not at all. Being the youngest has its perks, so no pressure. All good. Just go in there and enjoy and do the best we can.
We're going to review this, and it's interesting. Rosie Ryan finishes second by 0.2 of a percentage point. The French judge had her 7th. She had 3 first. He had her at a 68. She had 74s and 75s. Big difference, Pubs. Big difference.
Look, it is a big difference. However, I'm one of those people that I just want the judges to judge. I don't want them to think about the consequence of if they're first or last or whatever. I want the judges to give their opinion, and I think us as riders and maybe the media have a bit to do with it as well. We've kind of made the judges scared to judge, and that can work in a bad way too, because then they become so conservative, and the last thing we want is prejudged events. So, you know, if he was 7th, he obviously saw something. I'm sure Rosie's not holding a grudge about it.
We now move on to this horse, Mary Warren, homebred by mum and dad, produced to this level. This is your 2nd string horse, they keep telling me, but he's now your number 1 horse, I think.
Yes, his dad's at home on rest at the moment. He's got an injury, so his son's doing him proud, I think.
And tell us, you came out here fearless. We were saying last night that you ride into that arena and you just seem, even if you haven't nailed it in the practice arena, you come out here almost with a dogged determination to get to the end.
I do my best. I'm very committed. I'm very, just go do my best on what I've got right there, then and there. So that's the kind of person I've been all my life, so yeah.
Pubs, we talk about this event being a first for so many things, a first to be paperless, a first as a CDI to go back-to-back, a first as a 4-star event. Now we have another rider who's going to go home as a first, actually probably in the green.
Yeah, I mean, we've broken the record for the highest money dressage show ever to be held in Australia. So a number of firsts come out of here, and we've said it from the first night. This show has a habit of turning up the next new champion, and we did it with Alexis Hellier, we did it with Shanann Goodman, and now Mary Warren. And we said it the first week that Willinga Park puts the new people on the map, and I'm just hoping Mary can follow through. She's got a big season in front of her, and I hope she can really go well.
Well, we're going to go and meet another one of our stars, but stick with us, because after the break, Brett and I have some very special guests joining us here on the panel.
I'm Alicia Targer, and this is CP Dresden, and we're from Nowra, which is a little bit down the road from Bawley Point here at Willinga Park. Dresden was bought at Heath and Rosie's Auction of the Stars when he was 4 years old, and he was bought originally for his owner, Jane Bruce, but he was a little bit frisky, so I got the ride, and I've been riding him since he was 4, so he's now 11, so I've ridden him throughout his whole career. So Dresden's biggest highlight is the fact that he's just such a giving horse. He tries his hardest every time he comes out, and he gives it his all. He's one of those horses that sort of says, give me something I can't do. So throughout his whole career he has won a lot of things, but I think that's his biggest highlight, is the fact that he loves his work and he comes out every day and gives it 110%.
And we are now joined by Brett, our families, well, part of my family and your family. It's been a huge week, hasn't it?
It has been a big week, and we've had our families here the whole way, and it's lovely to be able to share them with the rest of the world here on the wrap-up.
And of course, events don't come together without the support of our families. So to Mel and Jake, thanks for supporting Dad and allowing him to be down here. He's worked his guts out. And to my wife, Rhiannon, to Arlo, and of course to little Bexley for not having their dads at home for the last week or so. It's been a real test for us to pull this together. But hey, Pubs, I think we've done it.
It's a wrap. We've done it 2 weeks in a row. A lot of Australian firsts, including the first time we've had a daily wrap at the end of every show. So I think, mate, we've done well.
I reckon we put the call out there to every other show in Australia. Let's raise the standard of the sport, not just in dressage, but in everything that we do. We have an amazing product here, ladies and gentlemen. We need you to get behind it. We can take our sport to the world, and right from here in Australia, we can compete with the best. It doesn't take Willinga Park to do this. Be creative, be clever, and be game enough to try things that are different, because, hey, we've tried it here. Mary Warren goes into the arena and she tries as hard as she can, and look what she produces.
Absolutely.
There we go.
So the call is out there. Best of luck. We'll be back here in May this year, 16th to the 18th of May, but from the Willinga Park family. Mary Warren, congratulations. Enjoy the champagne tonight.
Thank you, will do.
And Parbs, mate, it's been a pleasure having you here every night of the week, and no absolutelys tonight, which is even better.
Even better, mate, and I can't wait to the camp draft.
Camp drafting 16th to the 18th of May. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to my family for allowing me to be down here, and thank you to Terry Snow for giving us the power to dream big and produce big. We hope you've enjoyed it, and let's hope we can see you all here from the 16th to the 18th of May. But from right now here at Willinga Park, we've had a pleasure presenting everything that we have over the last week, and we hope you've enjoyed it too, and we hope to see you all again very soon.